You are now listening to TSLK. You are now listening to TSLK.
You are now listening to Boomtown Beats.
I want to talk to you guys about a couple subjects real quick, man. I want to talk to you guys about why do so many people, bro, be watching semen retention content and don't retain. I'm just curious, man. I'm just wishing that somebody would come in here tonight and elaborate with me and get me to, see why is it that you consume this content and you don't retain. I'm just confused because, all the people that come and watch these videos, bro, think about all the people that come and watch these videos, bro. I want y'all to think about it, man. There's so many people, bro. We get thousands of people that come through on these videos. We should be having thousands of likes. We should be having thousands of people in the Semen Retention Academy. We should be having thousands of people on the retainers hotlines. Like, bro, we have so many people that come in here, all right, and they participate, they watch, and they don't even really retain for real. I'm just curious on, what the objective is. I know that, for the most part, we're doing our job as retainers because we're planting the seed. I get it. But I'm just curious from the other perspective of why do you listen to it? There's got to be something that it's sitting with you. There's got to be something that you're resonating with. I mean, there's got to be, something coming saying that this could possibly be in your future. So all I'm saying to you guys is, why don't you guys participate more? Why don't you guys get involved more? Okay, because we have a lot of these people who are just anonymous. A lot of these people, I've known for years, the same guys I see come in to these live streams, and it just makes me curious on, who are these people watching these videos, and are they retainers or not? Okay, because if they were retainers, most of the time, people, are pretty open about something like that, because despite what people in the outside world who don't understand on what it is that we're doing, despite that, we know as retainers, we know as a community on really what it is. We know how much energy this takes. We know how much effort this takes. This takes a lot of focus, man. This takes the discipline, the most disciplines, bro. Okay, you're just not coming into this game, man, thinking you about to rise to the top, man, and you now what they call the greatest or whatever you want to call it. You got to go to the top, bro. There's people have been doing this stuff for 12, 13 years. And here we are over here getting hyped up about a year, getting hyped up about 2 years, getting hyped up about 3 years. Regardless of what it is, it just shows you on how far we've actually fallen and how far we are out of the loop, because, we're so behind some of these other countries. Some of these people out there have been doing this for this long. They have this big of a head start on us, man. So it just shows you that something is happening. There's a change of the times when you have all these people who are now, consuming this content. But it just been bothering me, man. I just was so curious. I'm just like, we have so many people that come in here and watch these live streams, bro, but yet we only have so many people that actually comment, so many people that actually say that they've been retaining or they've tried it before. It just weirds me out. So here's what I'm going to do for you guys tonight. I'm going to do something a little different. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you, okay? I'm going to show you why you want to retain, okay? I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go around and we're just going to search for people in the community. We're going to search for people outside of the community. We're just going to search for people in general. And we're just going to look at people and you can tell that these people are not retaining, and look what's happening. And you could just look at these people and tell what's going on in their lives. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to prove it to you. We have so many new people coming in and out of this community. It's crazy. You guys got to think about it, man. Think about how many people have disappeared from the SR community. Think of how many people done just bowed out and just disappeared, and you don't see them make content anymore. This is what's going on here in 2025, y'all. I don't know if y'all haven't been paying attention, but I have, because, we used to have such a bigger community. We used to have, so many more people to actually watch and listen to, in our FYP. But it's just crazy on how now so many people have disappeared, bro. They're gone. They just dip out, man. And, I'm not going to be putting nobody on blast, but what I'm going to do is I just want to go around this community. I want to show you, I want to prove it to you. People are not retaining, bro. And it's nothing against anybody, but I'm just showing you how in the world we're in disarray right now. Okay. Everybody out here is not doing the right thing. If you was truly walking around here with the respect and the laws and the commands of the Most High on your chest, you would be walking around with this as, like, not saying proud, but damn near. And so many people out here are just, they want to be discreet about what it is that they're doing in the lights of the Most High, and for you being a better person. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it on how we don't take this as something that we should be proud of. Honestly, we should really be proud of what we're doing, because if there's not many people doing it and it's something that we're supposed to be doing, you guys shouldn't have any problem with voicing out loud on what it is that you're doing. This is what I want you guys to understand, man. Okay. And I'm not shy. I'm not shy, you guys, at all about this. I tell people about it. I talk about it. I'm open about it. I share information about it. Okay. I'm outspoken about it because I know what it does for people. I know what it's done for me, and I know what it's done for other people. And for, most of the people be out here talking about it, and then they just disappear. It just shows you that, this matrix really does got a hold of people. Okay. We talk about it, man. I mean, you got to think about it. It's like being a junkie. Okay. And this is the best analogy that I could give you guys. You guys really got to take hold of this analogy. This should be the analogy that you give everybody you talk to about. Okay. You should give them this analogy. It's like being a junkie. Yeah, sure, you got away from it a while. Sure, you got your energy built up a while. But guess what? Most people have not really gone on this journey seriously. They haven't worked on themselves. And what ends up happening, they end up crashing out at some point on this journey. This is what happens. They end up crashing out. And when they end up crashing out, guess what happens, man? Some of them never make it back to the journey, bro. Most of them disappear. Most of them change their frequency completely. They change into completely different people, man, because they let that energy of the nothing consume them. I want you guys to understand, man, this is not no easy practice, but it's the best thing that you can do. It's funny that some of you guys will go out there and go get in the service. You'll go in the Air Force, you'll go in the Navy, you'll go do all of these different things like this for your discipline, but you need someone to stand over you. You need someone to basically speak down to you, all right, to get you to force you to do something that you should be doing on your own. This is a journey that all of us have the ability to control, but we sit here and we play around, man. We sit here and play around, and really show our maturity level with the decisions that we make, man. Okay. I'm keeping it 1,000 with you. This isn't about being cool. Cool is of a lower vibrational accepting frequency, meaning you just accept what other people are doing. That's a follower's attitude and a follower's mentality. Okay. That's of a lower frequency. We don't accept over over here. We exceed what people expect. Okay. This is what we do. Okay. We are retainers. We are high vibrational. We are high frequency. I'm not telling you, bro, that 24/7 at all times, you got to walk around like a saint. I'm not telling you to do nothing like that. What I'm telling you is, man, keep it real with yourself. Keep it real what you're doing out here. Keep it real with what you're consuming from the outside world. Keep it real on what you see on this internet and all these people that are supposed to be the representation of how we're supposed to be moving as people out here. And understand that they're influenced by all this. This is the power of social media, man. This is the power, okay, of this matrix. And I'm just gonna prove it to y'all, man. I want to show you again. I want to show you. Most of these people I'm gonna be showing you here probably don't retain. We're just gonna pull up some random people and we're just gonna take a look. We're gonna take a look and I'm gonna prove it to you that these people just don't retain. All right, so we're gonna go down this list. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to check out people we should know by now on how us retainers look, what our demeanor looks like, how we carry ourselves, how we conduct ourselves, how we look in the health realm, how we talk, okay, the eye contact, the body language. Listen, this is not sophisticated stuff. You don't need to go to school for this, even though they teach this in special intelligence. Okay, they teach this type of stuff on how to read people, how to read good people, how to read people you can trust. They teach for this, bro. So what I'm telling you is not something that's a joke. It's the truth. This is what you are able to see when you are a retainer, when you're doing what other people aren't doing. Okay, you're able to see this in other people, and this is what I'm proving to you guys. We're gonna go down this list here, man. All right, and we're just gonna check out some retainers. We're gonna see who's doing what. We're gonna see how I'm gonna prove to you what the algorithm shows you. Okay, the algorithm favors new channels. And this is why I've been telling you guys there's someone new on retention every day. I want you guys to understand that there's someone new on retention every day. Okay. And what does that mean? That means that this is obviously a high turnover rate. You know, people are coming in and out of the community. All right. This isn't no crack session. This is just to keep it real with you and show you on how difficult of a practice this must be, because most people out here are just simply not on this journey. They're not doing it. Okay. They've disappeared, man. Like I said, there used to be a community. I used to know so many guys. I used to go and talk to so many different guys, bro. And they're all gone, man. All the guys I used to collaborate, all the guys I used to talk to, they all gone, bro. They've all changed their names. They all done different things, man. It's crazy what's going on, man. And it just makes you wonder, is like, I would much rather see people go and do stuff like that than to be on here capping and making stuff up like these people that we're probably about to get in the algorithm here as we search. Because I would rather people just be truthful and say maybe you had your little streak of semen retention and you probably never planned on it for doing it for real. Okay, because like I said, it is like a junkie, bro. It is hard to stay clean, man, when you didn't really try to do this for real. Okay, I told you, I went outside. I made a deal with myself and my body, my mind, and my spirit in the Most High. I'm not breaking that. You can't play those type of games. You can't go out there and swear something on the universe and the Most High and not do it.
Okay, this is an affirmation on semen retention. Okay, this is something that you say. This is something that you're going to go outside like I did. Like I told you guys, I would go outside and I would look up at the moon and I would repeat these things over and over. I would say I'd want to be a leader. I want to be the best leader. I want to be super intelligent. I want to have the best charisma. I was saying these things over and over and over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an example of an affirmation of semen retention, of something that you should do. And check this out. This is pretty powerful, you guys. So listen to this. Tonight, today, I fully commit to conducting myself in the most productive, grateful, and optimistic way possible. My life's purpose is to live with invigoration and exhilaration, and to make others feel the same way. I live out discipline, joy, and greatness on a daily basis. And today will be a testament to that. I fully commit myself to doing what it takes, thinking the right thoughts, saying the right words to make my dreams turn into a reality. I fully commit myself to working as hard and smart as possible towards my life goal and experience great joy, love, and adventure along the way. I pray to God for the discipline, energy, enthusiasm, enthusiasm, insight, charm, and charisma, and the talent to live out my purpose. Today will be the day I will profoundly live out my values of spirituality, relationships, momentum, love, and excitement. I am grateful for the power and potential to live my highest purpose. I am truly grateful for all the wonderful things in my life. I now command my conscious, subconscious, and superconscious capacities to manifest the goals I have spoke to the universe from my heart. Did you guys hear that? That is an extreme example of positive affirmation. This is something that you want to do every single day. I recommend and I encourage you guys, whether that's later tonight, tomorrow, early when you get up, or right now, write yourself down a paragraph of a positive affirmation that you are going to say with willpower, what you're going to say with passion.
So I came in it completely different. I know some of you probably just got in it just because you thought you could get in it and see what it was all about. All right. And that's why you could break your little trust that you got going on. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, this is something that we need to be doing. We have to be doing this. And this has to be something that we practice for long periods of time, man, because it is important to a man. Okay. You got to go through some healing. You got to go through some reprogramming of your mind and your body. And if you were to go to any professional, if they tried to tell you that they had to give you some kind of program where they're going to rehabilitate, reprogram something that's on you, you know how long that would take. Okay. You got to understand that. So this is the type of rehabilitation that you got to do with your own self. You got to understand that this takes some time, man. Okay. That's why I told you just to disappear. It's not hard to disappear, man. You got all this time to do all these other things and ain't nothing in your life changed. You ain't got no growth. You have not ascended to where it is that you wanted to ascend. You're not there mentally. You know, you got weaknesses. You got things that you shouldn't be doing that you be talking to yourself about all the time. You know, this is the conversation you be having with yourself. And this is why I'm telling you, if you've ever had that time, that moment in your life, this is the time of your life where you need to be facing it, bro. And you having a calling, and that calling is telling you it's time for you to put some time away to get your life together, man, because it could be over for you in one false bad decision that you make. And this is what happens when we are defeated and depleted, gentlemen. You guys think this is a joke, bro. This is why I'm so passionate about this, because when your balls are empty, that's the difference between you sitting at home, bro, and playing some PS5, or you walking down to the bar, bro, because you're irritated about an argument that you got with your girl, and now you done caused a fight with somebody else, and you done took someone's life or injured someone, and now you done messed up your whole life. Okay, that happens to a majority part of men. Or you get messed up and intoxicated and you jump in a car and you drive and you will get yourself in trouble with the law or possibly hurt somebody else. Or you do a bad type of thing where you accidentally put your hands on somebody. Who knows? There's so many different possibilities that happens because you become unstable as a man when your balls are empty. I'm telling you guys on what it is. These are the facts, bro. It's a reason why they want to drain you. It's a reason why, bro, because like I said, you are no longer in that power role anymore. Okay. You're no longer in control, bro. You're being manipulated. You're being persuaded. Your forces have been infiltrated. You got to understand that. And this is what I'm trying to prove to you guys. So check out some of these videos. All right. So the very first in the algorithm, see, this is the way the algorithm works. It shows you, as soon as you pull up, it shows you who the algorithm is favoring. I've checked out Ren 2 before. I know he's a retainer. I know he's relatively new to the game. Okay. So, you know, I'm hoping that he gets inspired and do what the rest of us have done. Okay. Because you got to understand, most of us have made semen retention content and we've hit the algorithm. And we've, you know, have a choice, do the right thing with the algorithm. Okay. And I'm not going to sit here and start calling people out, but most of the people that get the algorithm, they don't do the right thing with the algorithm. they automatically go into the lower nature. This is, I've seen here, I've been on here longer than probably 99% of y'all. So please don't throw the opinions at me. I'm telling you what it is. All right. Most of the people that get caught with the algorithm, automatically their egos inflate. Okay. And they start doing all sorts of stupid stuff. Okay? It goes from being, something that's supposed to be here educating everybody and helping everybody excel to more selfish things. Okay. More things that involve greed and lust and jealousy. I've seen it, bro. When you got to think about it, when you get the algorithm, you're in the position of somebody with a lot of money, and that's the way you should act like it. Okay. So you should be trying to be generous. You should be trying to give out money as much as possible. You got the algorithm. Ain't nothing hurting you. Throw somebody's video up on your page to get some views, saying, hey, check out this semen retention content. This is something that we all should be doing as retainers. Okay. This is called the community. This is how you know that there's holes in the community, and everything I've been telling you guys is the truth, and how it's a big, huge high school thing all over, instead of people really doing retention for real. Because if you're really doing retention for real, you're going to do the things that I do. You're going to try to get everybody involved. We're trying to build a community. It's not about one person, but it's about whoever is giving the most amount of, of themselves to the community is going to have that type of an energy that comes with it. Okay, so that's how I move. Okay, I'm moving in that direction because I really want this place to be exactly what I've been telling you I want it to be. Okay, we could have a chance here to build something really exceptional. Okay, and all it takes is people who don't have empty balls, because all the people who have empty balls are not going to take this seriously. Okay, this is what I've been telling you. It's the truth. It's nothing against y'all, and this is why I'm making this stream for y'all. Why do you watch the content if you don't retain? Okay, we are essentially making this content for you because you guys are the majority. So this is what we're showing you. We're showing you that a man is completely different when his balls are empty, and he will think that he is not. And I'm here telling you these are the facts. And when you retain and you come in this community, like I said, whether you know it or not, if you're a good person, you know this inherently, that it is up to you to share. It is up to you to give back. Okay, you got to understand, when you get the algorithm like that, it's like the Most High is blessing you at that moment, and he's going to see how you act with it. Hey, whether you are going to be able to have this algorithm in the future or not, or when it leaves, because the algorithm always leaves, or when it leaves, that you get left with some genuine people and a genuine, community that you have to be able to build. Therefore, when your views are not getting high, you got other people in the community who are going to share your content with other people. This is what a community is called. So when I hear all these people say semen retention community, and I see that you're not doing that, this is why I call you out. Okay, I'm not a nitpicker up here. I'm a truth seeker. I get right to the core of what is the issue. Okay, I don't beat around the bush, and this is why a lot of people may not want to deal with me, because I'm for real. I don't play. I keep it real. All right. And if you're a part of this community, then that's the way the community needs to work. It's called a community. You don't discriminate against people in your community. The community is supposed to be all for one good. I think you guys got that, your agreement misunderstood. So when you see guys that are in here in this algorithm and they're in that position, this is something that they're obligated to do. And like I said, this first gentleman here that we just pulled up and ran to, I don't know if he's a long-term retainer. I don't know if this is something he's going to do forever. But what I can tell you is I've watched some of his content. He's very motivated. Do I think this is going to be something he's going to do for a lifestyle for the rest of his life? Probably not, because he's a young man. So again, this is nothing against anybody, but I'm just showing you on how there's so much turnover in this community. There's a new retainer every single day. And then you also have these other people that come here and consume this content and don't even retain. So look at the number. Okay, look how you can see how this is a 1% practice, and it is truly so special, man. All right, amongst the men who are truly doing it, because we're the ones over here really trying to show these people we got the retention goggles on, bro, and we're trying to show these people, man, look, this is how we're living. This is how my mind works. This is how I feel. This is how I think now. I'll never put myself in danger, bro. I'll never put myself in harm's way, bro, because I'm not led by my lust. I'm not led by a leakage in my body, bro. Do you understand? I got my flux capacitor functioning at full capabilities, bro. I have no breakages in my current, man. Okay. And the minute you start letting someone tug on you, the minute you start tugging yourself and you're summoning, okay, let's keep it real. You're summoning, you know what that word summoning means? You have to force this thing to come out of you, something that is unnatural. So you're summoning all of this energy. You don't understand what that means. You're literally summoning, bro. That means you're like doing some sacred dance with your body, some sacred movement that is summoning the power of all your organs, all the things that keep you alive, all the things that keep you healthy, bro, all the things that the Most High did not want you to deplete. That's like your energy stores. That's literally your life. But y'all don't get it when I put force energy on the end of it. It's literally your life, and you fools just be giving it away. You just be giving it. You're just giving your life away. Fool, people give money away. People give used clothes away, bro. People give stuff like that away, bro. They don't give their lives away. But this is what y'all are doing. And cheap McDonald's napkins, flushing them down the toilet, bro. This is what y'all are doing, okay? Instead of retain, bro. Instead of build your stuff up, bro. I told you the worst thing that you could do on retention is to build your seed up for a good year and just go and sell it and get paid back off of it instead of release it in a napkin. And y'all don't even got the ability and the discipline to do that, bro. Do you understand? Okay. I'm trying to tell you what it is that you got. I'm trying to show you what it is you got, bro. You got something so special, and you fools is out here cheating it like it ain't nothing. You're treating it like it ain't nothing, bro. The least you could do if you had any kind of high IQ, and so many you get offended by that, but you're proving to me and all the retainers and everybody who was in on this content that you don't have a high IQ, because if you did, you wouldn't be doing what it is that you're doing. You would be thinking up here like a genius. You'd be up here thinking like somebody that has all his faculties in line. You are disturbed. You are out of balance. Okay. You are robbed of what it is naturally that you would do when your balls are empty. There is no more discussion about, you can't come to me and make your excuses for what it is that you're going to do. Okay. You're going to be completely different when you're not retaining. That is the fact. And this is why we are so into what it is that we do. This is why we are, because we know the truth. We've walked this walk. We felt the energy. We know what it does to us. We see how we used to be. And this is why we passionately try to get you rest of the men to do this. So we go on down here to another list. Okay. Again, it's nothing against people, bro. This is me not talking bad about people, but you can see who's a real retainer, bro. I'm just telling you. Okay. You can see it, bro. You guys who retain should know what I'm telling you. You're not going to look like this if you're a real retainer. You're not going to look like this. This is not what you're going to look like. You're going to be so much full of light, so much full of energy, bro, that you'd probably be cheesing damn near in your damn, thumbnails. Okay, I'm keeping it 1,000 with you. So I'm not saying this guy ain't retaining. I'm never saying this guy ain't retained. Okay, but you can tell he's not a real retainer, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? You can see this just off of going over these thumbnails. All right. You can tell on what people talked about. You can tell on their actions. This guy's name is Sage. I think I've hooked up with Sage. I've already talked to Sage, man. Sage is one of these guys who just told us that he is now on a fresh, start on his SR journey. I believe he was down back at day one, if I remember correctly. He said he's gone up to like 160 days, I believe, or something like that. So here's a guy that's telling you the reality. He's telling you the real. He's telling you what it is that you're going to have to face going on this journey. He's keeping it real. This is what we need in our community right here. People like this, real people, real authentic people. okay, who are really doing this for a purpose. This is the truth. These are the guys that we need in the community, okay, because they're going to be honest about what they're doing, being for real about coming down off of their, their streaks, okay, like my man, Coach Davis, okay, Coach Davis kept it real. He kept it real. He went through his struggles. He came off, okay, he ended up getting married. He's not on retention. But the simple fact of the matter is he showed us the whole time when he was on retention and when he wasn't, and when he was struggling, just like my man here we just saw. So this is all I want you guys to see, man. I want you guys to see, man, like, bro, you got to understand. This is a practice that everybody's going to say that they did, but they really ain't doing it for real. Okay, I'm just telling you, this is what it is. So when you start hearing people talk about retention, man, okay, you got to understand that, like I said, they've turned this into a fad, and they've turned this into something where people are able to say anything after putting semen retention in the phrase. And this is where I'm telling you, we got to start being able to look with our third eyes on what's really going on here. Who's really doing what? Understanding that now we have all these AI videos that are coming into our, our FYPs. This is also messing up our content, man, because it's, like I said, it's making it so just boring and just dull. It's really robotic. It's just repetitive. I'm just tired of the AI stuff too. That's also has come in our community. But at the same time, now you got these celebrities that are coming in here. We got the Kevin Gates. We got all these other celebrities that claiming they did semen retention, and we know dang well that most of these people have not done semen retention. Now, I will speak on the Kevin Gates situation because I did recently find out more about why he started talking about semen retention. And he started talking about semen retention because he had to get away. His balls was so dry, bro. He was so depleted, man. He done it all. He done lived the high life. He's up there, bro. He done partied. He done drunk. He done all the sins. He done the lifestyles out there that most of you guys think you want, but you don't want, because at the end of the day, all that does is ruin you as a person. And it ain't too many people that can do what Kevin Gates did. Okay, he did bounce back. I'm not sitting here trying to give this man praise, because I'm not going to be lifting up somebody that's gone through this type of stuff and trying to say this is an influence I want to show the rest of the people. Okay, I'm just using this as an example because this is what they press to us. This is what they want us to use. They don't want us to use real people like me and you who are really on semen retention for real, who are really out here doing the unthinkables, okay, the mission impossibles, okay, breaking the generational curses, thus the real ones, the real chose. They don't want us to be up an algorithm. They give us these people who've lived these disgusting lifestyles right in front of us on the internet for years, and then they want to come back and repent, and then they want to come back and talk about spiritual practices like SR. Again, I'm not sitting here attacking Kevin Gates, but I'm just showing you on how they get down. And Kevin Gates lived a very dirty lifestyle. Listen to the man's music. He's got to live with that. I don't got to live with that. I'm glad I didn't choose to live my life like that. That's a timeline that's never going to go away. That's what you've left to humanity. Okay. Talking about all sorts of disgusting, foul, sinful things that he has done. All right. And he's wrapped them proudly to us. And we've consumed that, and we've integrated that in our lifestyles, and we've been affected by his sinful life. Okay. And it's affected our lives. He's got us to fall. Okay. He's done his job. Okay. So it just makes me kind of look at the situation like, okay, why is he doing this? Okay. And basically he's doing it because, like I said, even the people who get in these lifestyles can be persuaded by their good, their good higher self is inside of them, speaking to them, telling them, trying to get them to wake up, trying to get them to understand the life that they are living. Therefore, he has, some guilt and some shame. So he has some light that's in him somewhere, and he decided to get his life back. Okay. He said he's not sleeping around with regular women anymore. He's not doing that no more. Okay. Which signifies there's a transformation that took place on him. But he did go and he did practice semen retention. Of course, he did the extracurricular things, the psychedelics and stuff of that nature. So he had one of those spiritual enlightenments, segments. And this is where he's at now. And now he feels semen retention because that's what he learned over there. He learned how to do and retain his seed. So here's what you see. You see it all in our algorithm. Everybody's that's talking about it. It's in everybody's mouth. But the majority of the people that are on here, okay, and it's not a discredit to anybody. It's just, I'm just showing you the majority of the people on here are really not retaining, and they're really not going to be going long distances on these journeys. Okay. These are going to be short, one stop type of journeys. This is what I'm saying. It's so hard to find the real good information in our algorithm, because now this is what we got to deal with. Okay. These are all AIs. Okay, all these videos are AIs. And like I said, you get these people that come in here now that are just making up things, saying that they're on retention, and they're really not on retention. I'm kidding. This is what I'm saying. It makes it so difficult to be able to find the information that we need on this journey. And this is why I'm trying to tell you guys, look at all this AI content. Okay, this is why, man. And we have somebody new every day on retention. Someone new every day. Okay. And it just makes me think, look at the YouTube algorithm. Look what it does. It just promotes the same people over and over and over and over again. And this is the problem. This is why it's so difficult to grasp a hold of anybody who's really going to give you any kind of real information. I'm just proving it to you guys. Most of these guys are not doing this for real, bro. Okay. They're just not. And it's upsetting that we can't find, and they can't, have an algorithm to get the people that we really truly need to see in front of us, instead of, like I said, the kind of repetitive things that YouTube wants to push on us in the algorithm. Now, I want to prove this to you too. I'm going to pull up somebody's name, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a look here. You tell me if this person is retaining their seed. Tell me if this person, we're going to use a couple examples. Okay. I want you to tell me if this person is retaining his seed. Here we are. We're just pulling up a random person. I want to prove this to you. I want to show you this is what it is. This is not discrediting anybody. Again, this is for educational purposes. So please take your negativity somewhere else. I'm showing you the difference between people who retain and people who don't retain, and why it's important. And this is why, these influencers, they're out here leading us, man. They're out here leading our youth, man. And they're not out here doing the right thing. They're down here with their platforms, man, and they're just doing a whole bunch of negativity, okay? And I can't get with this. Like, this is what they're doing, okay? You cannot make this up. And it just makes me sad, it really just makes me sad, man. This is what's going on, okay? This is what they're doing. This is the leadership. And like I said, this has nothing to do with the movie. This is the cover. They want you to think they did this for a movie. No, this is what people do when they're not retaining, man. They do stuff like this. And this is what we're not trying to do. This is what us over here in the retention community, we're raising kings, bro. Okay, we're getting people to be their most highest vibration ever. And being men of the most high, okay, being leaders, okay. I couldn't imagine calling myself a leader in any circumstances, bro. Okay, a leader in any circumstance, a king in any circumstance, and doing stuff like this. Even if you you couldn't even come to me, I would say no either way. But so for some of you guys out there, they're going to say, oh, if someone talked you and out of your position and got you to do it, then you would do it. And that would be, under the pretense of, hey, this is for a movie. This is for a Halloween costume. No, this is stuff that we don't do, especially as retainers. We're not doing this type of stuff. And I'm just proving it to you, man. This is the way people are. Okay. This is the lifestyles that you live. This is the type of stuff that you're going to do in your life, man. You're going to be on a low vibrational, low frequency, man. This is what these people are doing, bro. This is what they're promoting in our society. I want you guys to understand that. This is what they are promoting in our society. This is why I do what I do, because I don't want you guys to be out here defeated and depleted, becoming just like everybody else. Do you understand that every time someone lives a lifestyle like that, this always ends up coming up to bite them in the ass later on in their life? Do you understand that you are leaving evidence? Do you understand what you're doing? I don't think they do, because the money blinds them, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The money is not going to be able to hide, repair, fix the things that you have done in your past, all these things that you are doing. And money is not going to do anything for you. Matter of fact, the one thing that money is going to do is going to leave at some point, because nobody always has it forever. Okay. Look at what's going on with the guy we just looked up just recently. Nobody has it forever. You're always going to go through a downfall in life. And guess what? Look what you've left behind. Look at the legacy that you left behind on the internet for yourself. The same thing I was speaking for about all the gentlemen that I spoke about in my semen retention reaction. We talked about DJ 100. We talked about Mr. Keep It Simple. We talked about Coach Davis. We talked about Jahad Green, and still people still can't see it. They still can't see their actions. And it's because they don't retain. It's so funny that they will think they're the sharpest thinking, smartest, brightest person with the highest IQ in the room. And I will sit there and I'll tell them, sir, if something has a broken connection in a circuit, does that get counted as a functional piece of equipment or something that is non-functional? Just answer the question. A simple question. And this is the same analogy I can say for you as a person, because it literally affects you when you don't have your seed. You do not think the same. Okay. You are not as calm as you would be. Okay. I'm telling you, there's a million different things. I don't need to sit here and go over all of them. You would know if you retain. You are not the same person, and those actions that you were doing would not be acceptable. Okay. You're a completely different person on a retainer. Okay. I told you, if you're really out here really retaining your seed, bro, you're breaking addictions, bro. You're breaking anything that has to do with using discipline or not going back and looking in at yourself and trying to fix what are the problems or issues that you had. This is the power of retention. And y'all are playing around. Y'all are playing around. All your coomers out there be like, I'm stronger than them retainers. I don't know what you talking about. Them retainers ain't stronger than me, man. Fool, I eat chicken breast every day, drink protein shakes, and drink creatine, bro. I'm stronger than them retainers, bro. Listen, man, it's not about that. It's about the strength of your mind. It's about the strength of your discipline. It's about the morals that you have as a man, okay? There's certain ethics. There's certain things that you have as a man, that you honor for the rest of your life. It's like the secret oath of man to yourself. Okay? There's certain ways that you're just not going to be in this world, bro. And if you haven't talked to yourself like that, man, you're the one who's going to be, a victim in this world, because you're going to be led astray. All right. And you're definitely going to be led astray because your energy is low. I'm telling you, you're going to do some stupid SHIT when your balls are empty, bro. I'm telling you, you're going to hurt somebody. You're going to cause some damage to someone or something. You're going to do something, bro. Okay. Especially if you're one of those people who are constantly depleted. You never allow yourself to recover, man. This is why you are in the worst position. But the more you retain it, the longer that you hold on to this light, bro, the more that you do the repair, the self-love to your body. I don't get how you guys don't love yourself. I just told you guys that you are literally giving your life away. Did your body say it was okay, or did you trick your body into summoning this energy? Because I think you tricked your body into summoning this energy. Your body actually thought that it was a create another. Your body's like, God dang, man, Master creates every damn day. This is what it's like when your balls are empty, because this is what your body thinks, bro. Your body literally thinks, man, that you are literally creating a life every single time that you do this. So it is summoning this energy, bro. It is draining your body for everything that it has to offer every time you do that. And some of you guys do that to no avail. 3-4 times a day. I know some of you guys out there are bad. That's bad. And then some of you guys out there probably have even done it more, which is even really bad. Even I came to a realization at one point when I knew I was doing it too much. And I came to a realization like, bro, when it started to get like that, it started to get disgusting to me. And I could really start to see on how nasty of a practice and a habit that was. So unclean, very possessed type of practice, bro, because it really feels like something comes over you and you're doing it along with something else that is present with you. Okay, that's exactly how I felt when I did it, bro. And I told you I had one of the worst nightmares ever, bro, when I went to sleep that night, the last time that I did that. Okay. So I know for a fact that those are tied hand in hand. Okay. And this is why it's such a disgusting thing, man. This is why it follows you around. You create these things called spirit wives. See, we think when we just spill our seed that you're just spilling your seed, bro. It's not just a physical thing. Okay. It's also a spiritual thing, bro. You're literally letting that spiritual energy, and there's something there harvesting and collecting that energy. You're coming in agreement with it, and it's going to come back every single time that you do that and feel that it's entitled to your energy. And this could follow you around and cause you bad things. These are called spirit wives, dude. They cause you bad luck. They do all sorts of things. They rob you from sleep. They do all sorts of things. They mess up your relationship. These are spiritual entities that your dumb ASS summons every single time you go yanking on your beef jerky, bro, not understanding on what you're doing with that energy. You guys got to understand, man, you got to be smarter than that. Because if you're not going to be smarter than that, then you're going to be taken advantage of. This is what these entities do, bro. Okay. They trick you. Okay. I told you guys, man, the last time that I yanked on my meat, bro, what happened? Okay. I told you a damn demon came out of the TV screen, bro, and scared the hell out of me in my sleep. It came right out of my TV screen. See, this is how I know it's all tied, and that corn is connected to some kind of like porthole through that screen. That's what that black screen is, bro. You guys think this stuff is not real, man. I'm telling you, man, you the fool. Okay. This stuff is real. This technology is real, bro. Okay. Those are gateways, bro. When you turn on that type of information, bro, when you turn on that type of a frequency, man, you're summoning all sorts of, evil and demonic things, man, to wherever it is that you're at. And, like I said, that feeling comes over you of lust. Don't even sit here and try to cap to me, fool. I know I've been in that realm. I don't ever want to go back to feeling that energy on me again, bro. That feeling of just like I'm under some kind of possession or control, or I'm being watched, or I'm being coerced, or dude, that feeling, man. And then the guilt because I knew better before I went into it, and the shame from the Most High, and then the luck and all that shit that comes with that, bro. Like, I don't want to ever go back and experience that ever again in my life, ever, bro. I'm sorry. I told you guys I was free. I mean it. I'm free, man. I'm talking about I quit that. When I had that realization, when I told you when my first daughter was born, man, I had that realization that I was doing that. Like, the Most High just really woke me up at that time, man. I just quit, and I have not gone back to it since. You guys got to understand on what I'm telling you. This is what's happening. This is what you do. This is what you're bringing to your life, these energetic ties, bro, with these entities. Okay. You're coming into some kind of agreement with these entities. And that's why it's a reoccurring thing, man. It haunts you, bro. It's like you don't have no control, man. You're like Siegfried and Soul Calibur. You're like my hand, and your hand just goes down your pants, bro. And next thing you know, you're playing with the tip of your head. Trust me, bro. I'm a dude. I already know. Next thing you're doing that, and next thing you know, you done got yourself into trouble. I know how it is. Even to this day, I have to stop myself because I'm a guy. Sometimes my hand just drips down my pants. I'm a guy, but I've had to learn how to fight that habit. Once I was aware of how it happened, and it always happens. Sometimes you don't even know it happened. And that's the awareness that I had to give myself to understand on what kind of battle that I'm fighting. Okay. I got to protect myself from stuff like that, because if I don't, like I said, it could be one of those things like we see most of these semen retention YouTube content makers do, which is relapse because they hand accidentally drip down their pants and now they can't control themselves. Okay. So that's all I wanted to tell you guys, man. I just wanted to get you guys to see, like, this is what's going on out here, man. We got a group of people that come on here. They be watching semen retention content, but don't retain. Please make it make sense, bro. This is what they do, bro. And then they will sometimes, some of these guys so slick talk out the side of their mouth about a retainer, bro. And they don't even understand that the things that you're doing in your life, bro, would prove that the retainer's lifestyle is superior, because the retainer is thinking from a higher IQ. He's going to live longer, make smarter moves, better choices. Therefore, he's going to live a happier, longer, more prosperous life than you. And when you decide to go on this practice, this is the type of lifestyle that you're going to encompass, bro. Okay. You're going to become a very intelligent person. You're going to be different, man. Okay. You're not going to be one of these people, bro, who come in here and just watch watch, bro, and judge, and never go on the journey themselves.
Oh, you let him blow right by you. Can you believe this guy? Come on, don't just ninja kick the damn rabbit. Do something.
Will not stage completed.
Even if I must sacrifice my life.